Bitcoin against USD. Here we are. We're above the skinny pink line. There was a rally. So how would you know if a bearish trend is about to end, right? Yeah, you will start seeing bearish chart patterns getting invalidated. What I mean by that is, for example, okay, I mean on all the way down, right, Bitcoin only had one bearish chart pattern, which was this, the most obvious one, right? And after that, we got a rising channel, right? We zip down. We have yet to take out the highs of the rising channel yet. Not yet. Almost there, but not yet. So I'm guessing they were almost there. Yeah, if we were to push higher and take out the highs over here, then yeah, I think that we are on our way up. You can also argue that this is a rising channel that was already taken out, but it's not as obvious, I would say. This is the most obvious, right? Head and shoulders. So the taking out of the highs of the right shoulder, which is at around 49,000, will be it. That is it. Yeah. Again, by looking at the charts, right? So we've been getting confusing signals. What I mean by that is, first, inverse head and shoulders, right? Breakout. But after we broke out, what are we getting? Potentially, it's not confirmed yet, potentially a head and shoulders. We could be zipping lower for Bitcoin. You see that? But at the same time, we are already above the skinny pink line. Hey yo, what's the story? Morning glory, what's the story? At the same time, when I look at the right shoulder, I'm like, okay, there is buying pressure, there's selling pressure. Buying, selling, right? If we look at the weekly, there were, shooting stars here, another shooting star here, and another shooting star here. Shooting stars are bearish reversal chart patterns. And this just means that there is selling pressure pulling the price lower, right? Because the wicks is, at the top. The price was pushed up, but then eventually it got pulled down, which means that there is selling pressure. But doesn't mean that the trend has already been broken, right? We are kind of in an uptrend rally, kind of, it's not entirely... okay, let's say we compare it to here, right? This is super bullish, right? This is like, it feels like it wants to curve back down, right? It feels like that, right? I mean, of course, we could just, continue zipping up like that. But the thing is that I just don't see the chart pattern pointing towards the upside yet, right? What I see is continual bearish patterns invalidating. Again, what I mean by that is, okay, look at this. This was a shooting star kind of a chart pattern. It is a shooting star actually. A weekly, it's on a weekly. But yesterday, right? Not yesterday, during the weekend, we rose up. Pew! We took out the tops, right? So it kind of takes out the shooting star. Again, this was also another shooting star kind of a chart pattern. And it was taken out, just taken out hours ago with this move. So it'd be like, hey yo bro, what's happening? So I'm just gonna have to delete this. It is, but we want to open up our minds and keep it open with the possibility of things returning bullish, right? I'm still very suspicious of the move, right? And we could just zip back down from here, honestly, right? So this is like, I mean, if we were to start turning bearish, right, we will probably see the next half of the right shoulder complete, right? But if things were to start turning bullish, then yeah, we're going to see consolidation right above the skinny pink line. We're still above the skinny pink line, so this is still a bullish sign, right? We're aware of the bearish possibilities, but we're also aware of the bullish possibilities. So there's kind of mixed signals at the moment, right? It's not as clear as night and day, right? It's not really that obvious and really that clear yet. So yeah, again, the trend is just not really that bullish yet. It's a very slow crawl up, very, very slow crawl, right? So we could do something like this and just continue higher, right? Towards the halving, something like that. Again, I'm not entirely sure yet. I can't say for sure, but there are plenty of chart patterns already starting to point bullish. And also there are chart patterns pointing bearish. So that's what I was saying. There is still mixed signals in the market. And so that's why we are approaching things very cautiously, right? The invalidation of the shooting stars is a sign that things could be switching bullish for Bitcoin. And again, as long as you are above the skinny pink line, the trend, more likely than not, should be continuing, right? Unless, of course, we see selling pressure. So we are anticipating that selling pressure to come. Will we see it? Again, we're not entirely sure. Things are just slowly crawling up because you never know, right? There's a zip up, and then slowly you might expect a continuation higher, but zim, the selling pressure that comes in. So you might, I think, bam, and selling pressure comes in, right? I mean, of course, if we zip up, this would be awesome, but yeah. So this is where we are for Bitcoin. Mixed signals in the market. All right, so the whales are just playing games with us.